I refused to let my estranged mother back into my life after she walked out, even when she demanded another chance. My mom left when I was 17, not after some huge blowout or years of buildup. She just left. One morning I came downstairs and the house was silent. No coffee brewing, no radio playing like always. Her bedroom closet was empty. Her car was gone. There was a sticky note on the counter that said, "I need to find myself. I'll call." She never did. Her phone went straight to voicemail. Her email bounced back. My aunt told me not to ask questions. My grandparents said she was going through something. That was it. My dad had already been gone for years, so suddenly it was just me in a half-paid-for house I couldn't afford. I finished high school on autopilot, working evenings at a grocery store and weekends cleaning offices. I learned fast how to stretch a box of pasta into 3 meals and how to pretend everything was fine when teachers asked where my parents were. When graduation came, there was no one in the crowd cheering my name. I went home alone, hung my diploma on the wall myself, and cried on the kitchen floor. I put myself through community college, then transferred to a state school, took out loans, worked full-time, barely slept. There were nights I sat in my car outside my apartment because I couldn't bring myself to go inside and be alone. Still, I kept going. I built a life brick by brick with no safety net and no one to fall back on. Somewhere along the way, I stopped expecting my mom to come back. 8 years later, she found me on social media. She sent a long message about how she'd been lost and healing and how she thought about me every day. She said she was ready to reconnect now and hoped I could forgive her. Because holding onto anger isn't healthy. I stared at my phone for a long time before responding. I didn't yell. I didn't cry. I just said I wasn't interested in reopening that door. She didn't accept that. She started showing up at my job, at my apartment building. Once she waited outside my car and knocked on the window while I sat frozen behind the wheel. She cried a lot, told me she was still my mother, told me she deserved a relationship with her child. She said she gave me life like that meant she owned the rest of it too. The final confrontation happened when she cornered me at a cafe near my office. She sat down without asking and started talking like we were catching up, asking about my job, my friends, whether I was seeing anyone. I cut her off and told her she didn't get to skip the hardest years and come back for the good parts. She said I was being cruel and punishing her for mistakes she couldn't help. She said depression made her leave, that she had been sick. I told her maybe that was true, but I was the one who stayed. I was the one who survived the fallout. I was the one who paid the price. She asked if we could start slow. Coffee once a month, texts on holidays. I told her no. I said I'd already built a life without her, and I wasn't willing to tear it open again on the chance she might disappear a second time. She cried. People stared. I stood up, paid my bill, and walked out. She sent one last message saying I'd regret this someday. I blocked her number. Maybe she's right. Maybe I will. But for the first time in my life, the choice was mine alone, and choosing my own peace felt better than chasing someone who already proved they could leave.